It was one of the hottest musicals on Broadway, and then COVID hit and the curtain closed.
Yeah, so we're asking Hamilton, where are you? And this is Chick to Chick. Laura, you and I really enjoy New York City, and both of us, maybe not together, we have seen shows over the years, just had so much fun. There's such great energy in theater. I myself have enjoyed it. And one of the things that I really enjoyed, and I think a lot of people enjoyed, brought a lot of joy to them, was Hamilton over the summer when Disney, had it out for everyone. It was anybody who couldn't get to a show, they could watch it. I watch it all the time. I'll be cleaning in my kitchen and I got it on my iPad and my AirPods in and I'm jamming. It is one of my very, very favorites. And every time I'm watching it, I think to myself, oh my gosh, these actors, the crew members, everybody that goes into this, what must they be doing? It just breaks my heart.
Yeah, it is tough. And I'm jealous because I have not seen Hamilton yet. So don't
I'm cleaning my kitchen, girl. I'll let you watch it.
Don't give it away. And I do. I loved going to New York. I loved seeing all those shows on Broadway, and everything just came to a screeching halt. And so we're wondering, when is stuff going to get back to normal, whatever that means? We're hearing now that the mayor wants to reopen New York, but even once they reopen the city, it's going to take some time to get these productions and get these shows back up on track so that the public can go and view them and take them in. Which brings us to our guest today. We are so honored to have Peter Matthew Smith with us. He plays King George on the Angelica Tour of Hamilton. Peter, we are so thrilled to have you here. Thank you so much. Tell us all about Hamilton and how you got this part, and tell us what it was like going on tour.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Getting Hamilton as my job has been the best thing ever. It's the best job, to be honest, I will ever have in my life. And because it's the best show. It's a hit show, and everybody loves it. And when you go to work every day and you get the responses you do right back. And the first time I ever went out on stage, I got entrance applause, and I was like, "That you have no idea who I am. It's the character. It's the show is written so well that I have such a great time doing it." And it's been the best ride.
Well, the entrance of King George, I understand why it brings about an applause. And he's absolutely one of my favorite characters. So now that you have been, honestly, removed from it for well over a year now, talk to us about what that's like. And especially the fact that, Disney had it out. So unfortunately, you could turn it on and watched it if you are a Disney subscriber. But what has it been like this past year to just sort of watch everything go by?
It's been weird, honestly, as it's been weird for everyone in any line of business, but it's definitely been hard for actors, especially because if I had to have an entire business go from fully working and 100% to 0%. I mean, other jobs still had some form of function, but actors on stage, especially, nothing. I mean, film actors still work, but when you have to be in a theater that's sold out, and that's the way the business model works, it must be sold out in order for people for the business to work and for us to make money, is everyone has to be shoulder to shoulder in a dark theater. And just the way COVID has been, it's just not the case, and it's not been the way it's been. For me, it's been actually kind of nice being home with family and being forced to be with my wife and daughter all the time. I mean, because being someone that toured, I was only home maybe or around them about once a month when I was on tour. Wow. And that was truly the hardest part of being on tour, was being away from family. So I went from very little family to family all the time, but which has been a beautiful thing too. So, and that's kind of the way I've needed to look at it, is there's been silver lining, and it's been great to be with my family.
Yeah, there is always a silver lining to every situation. And it's great that you're embracing the positive of all of this.
Sure.
I want to add that you are from the Pittsburgh area, which I
Yes.
think is very, very cool. Uh, I know you worked very hard to get this part.
Mhm.
The show's been closed for over a year. What are you hearing now about what's going to happen? Are you going to start rehearsals again? Are you going to go back on tour? Are you hearing anything at this point?
Well, to be honest, we've only heard a lot of speculation, and I mean, I don't know if you mentioned it before on your show, but you did mention at the beginning. You said Bill De Blasio, the mayor of New
Mhm.
York, is talking about the city opening up July 1st, and now that might be true for New York City, but for tours, it's going to be a different situation. All I do know is that there are some tour dates that they have not canceled yet.
Oh,
So my personal speculation, and this is not coming from anyone on high, this is my speculation, is that I think we might start at around the end of August. And the way that would work is if we were to start at the end of August, we would need at least 3 weeks of rehearsal. So that would mean we would start around August 1st. So my best guess is around August 1st, even though New York City, they're saying July 1st for them.
yeah. And
That'd be
you brought
fun.
something up. You got to get back in there and rehearse. I
Mhm.
mean, have you heard that some of your castmates might not even come back and they've ventured off and have gone and done other things because you guys have been unemployed for a long time? And as you pointed out, it's like you've been closed. It's like you can't do anything else. Have you lost some cast members and maybe members of the production crew?
Sure. I do know that there are a few people that I know that work in the business that have pivoted to other lines of work.
Mhm.
I have friends that have become mortgage brokers, real estate agents, and like what online TikTok personalities, influencers is the word I was looking for. They've kind of tried to do things like that. I also know like one of the actors that was brand new to our show actually got a television show. And so I doubt she's going to return,
Right.
but maybe she is. Maybe her show is wrapped and maybe she'll get to tour with us, and that would be great. But people have definitely been trying to put themselves out there to see if they can get other work. But those that haven't and are going to be available, I guarantee they will be running back to the theater because it's all we've wanted to do for the past year.
So, just to wrap this up, for people who may not have as much of an appreciation for theater and might not think that it is this grand loss, which I completely disagree with,
Sure.
tell those who may not appreciate what you do what the value is in theater.
Well, here's what I'd say. Theater transports us, and it changes our thinking, and it makes us open to new ways of thinking. And I think Winston Churchill said during World War II, if the theaters are closed, then why are we fighting? This is why we do it. This is we have reasons to exist, and theater helps you be reminded of the beauties of life and art in general. That's what it's for. It's to help us enrich our minds and our way of life. And if you don't have that, then what are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I find it
Mhm.
to be an escape.
Mhm.
It makes you happy. It makes you
Yeah.
smile. It puts
Makes
you
you
in a
cry.
good mood.
Yeah,
All of it.
All of
exactly.
those emotions come out
It's
when you
therapeutic.
It is.
absolutely. It's great to take in these Broadway shows. And you mentioned that, you get applause when you come out as King George. What's the best part of playing King George? And what do you love about that role?
I mean, I do love kind of what you're referring to. I love the fact that I don't have to work very hard for people to enjoy it, because not only not only is it's such a grand entrance, because my costume is so ornate and royal, and you're like, whoa, where did this character come from? It's that, but also it's written so well that I barely have to move a muscle and people are laughing and enjoying everything that I'm doing. And that's the way the character's written. He's a king. He doesn't have to move, and he can wave his arm and whole countries would be destroyed. It's just this so powerful presence that's again written so well. And I'm just honored to be able to do every night when I get to do it.
He is snarky. He's snarky.
He is. Yes.
Snarky
Don't
dude.
give it away. Don't give it away.
I love him.
I haven't seen it.
Come on, Flora, you have to know your American history at least somewhat. King George was a crazy person.
He was. And I want to see you in the show.
Yeah.
I would love for you to see.
Yeah. Yes. Peter, we just wish you so much success. It's going to open. Everything is going to start to move and take form. I'm so happy you were able to enjoy that time with your family, but I really am excited for you to get back out on the stage. And I do want to come see you, and I'm going to drag my girl Flora along. And we're going to come see you. That's it. Road trip. We're coming.
Good. Let me know. I can get you seats.
We will. We'll be heckling King George from the seats.
Great.
Well, it's been an honor. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, as Carrie said, we wish you the best, and I can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Boy, Carrie, wasn't that a treat? We had King George on our podcast.
Listen, my girlfriends who saw him, and I know they saw him whenever he was in Philadelphia. I have lots of friends that went to those shows, and I can't wait to tell them that we talked to King George III. And truly, Flora, you're going to come over and clean my kitchen so I can let you watch it on my iPad. How about that?
No.
Yes.
Kill the cleaning part. I'm just going to watch it on your iPad. You can clean. I'll just watch it on the iPad.
While Flora and I are having this debate about cleaning, we want to thank you for watching today, and we can't wait for you to come back when we chirp about another topic.